welcome to Cardiff Central Library Hub Storytime. Today's story is about a little girl called Emily Brown and her grey rabbit called Stanley. And they're having some adventures when they discover someone who's feeling a little bit sad. So this story is called Cheer Up Your Teddy Bear, Emily Brown. It's written by Cressida Cowell, it's illustrated by Neal Layton, and it's read with the permission of Orchard Publishers. Shall we find out what happens? Can you see Emily and Stanley? Okay, so here we go. Cheer up your teddy bear, Emily Brown. And there are Emily and Stanley. Once upon a time, there was a little girl called Emily Brown and an old grey rabbit called Stanley. There they are. One drippy, drizzly, wet weekend, Emily Brown and Stanley were just building a camp in the outback of Australia because it was too rainy to go outdoors when there was a blip-blop, blip-blop noise coming from Emily's toy box. Uh-oh, said Emily Brown to Stanley. I think there could be something wet in there. And there certainly was. Can you see? There's something under a very black cloud. It was a very wet teddy bear, and she was singing a song to herself in a sad little voice, and it went something like this. Poor me, poor little sad little wet little me. I'm a lonely bear and I'm feeling very blue. Oh dear. Come and have fun with us in Australia, said Emily Brown. We're bound to find some bears there. Thank you, said the tearful teddy bear, but there are no other teddy bears. I'm the only one. So, Emily Brown and Stanley and the tearful teddy went out camping in the outback of Australia, and they had a fantastic time. Well, Emily and Stanley did. Emily and Stanley were as happy as can be. They were lighting campfires, they were spotting kangaroos, they were making friends with emus, and Emily Brown was just thinking this is bound to cheer up the tearful teddy bear when there was a blip-blop, blip-blop noise behind her, and it was the tearful teddy bear, not cheered up at all. Poor me, poor little sad little wet little me. I'm a lonely bear and I'm feeling very blue. I have got no teddy friends and there's nothing here to do. Oh dear, said Emily Brown. Perhaps we should do something else. So Emily Brown and Stanley and the tearful teddy bear went out walking in the big wild woods of Yellowstone Park. And Emily Brown and Stanley had a really happy time spotting small bears, large bears, black bears, grizzly bears, but absolutely no teddy bears. And Emily Brown was thinking, oh, this is loads of fun, when there was a blip, blop, blip, plop noise. It was the tearful teddy bear, gloomier than ever. Poor me, poor little sad little wet little me. I'm a lonely bear and I'm feeling very blue. I've got no teddy friends and there's nothing here to do. I'm bored, it's raining's no fun. Oh dear, said Emily Brown. Maybe we should try something different. How are they going to cheer this bear up? So, Emily Brown and Stanley and the tearful teddy bear packed their paintbrushes and their easels and their most arty-looking overalls, and they went to paint sunflowers in the south of France. Emily Brown and Stanley had the most lovely time splashing swirls of glorious blue and yellow and red all over themselves, and Emily Brown was just thinking, this is the funnest thing ever, when there was a blip, blop, blip, blop noise behind her. It was the tearful teddy bear, you guessed it, louder than ever before and more drippy than ever. Poor me, poor little sad little wet little me. I'm a lonely, lonely bear and I'm feeling very blue. I've got no teddy friends and there's nothing here to do. I'm bored and it's raining and raining's no fun. There are no other teddy bears. I'm the lonely, only one. This time, the teddy bear's song was so sad and so loud and so miserable that a terrible, terrible thing happened. Emily Brown and Stanley started to feel sad too. And then the colours spread and spread. Then the clouds spread and spread until they filled the sky and they got bigger and blacker and drip, drip, drip. The rain came down and it looked like it was going to wash away the sunflower pictures. This has gone far enough, said Emily Brown. And she took out her red umbrella and pointed it up at the sky. With a lovely swishing up noise, up, 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 went Emily Brown's beautiful red umbrella. Oh, wow, said Stanley. Up went Emily Brown's umbrella, and leaping out of the sunflowers came 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 little teddy bears who'd been having a picnic but were in a hurry to get out of the rain. I'm not a lonely, only teddy after all, said the tearful teddy bear. We've been here all the time, the teeniest of the teddy bears squeaked gruffly, and we would really like you to join our picnic, but your song was so sad, so we have been hiding. I think, said Emily Brown, that it could be time for you to stop this singing and start smiling again. Emily Brown, wept the tearful teddy bear. You see, that's the real problem. Someone has sewn my mouth upside down and I'm not sure I can smile. Well, why don't you try, said Emily Brown. Think of happy things and see if it works. What do you reckon? So the tearful teddy bear screwed up her teddy forehead and she tried to smile. She tried as hard as she could. She thought of all the other teddy bears waiting to play with her and bing! The left side of her mouth worked free of the stitches and waved happily in the wind. And then she thought of the delicious picnic and bing! The right side of her mouth unpicked itself and wriggled upwards into a wibbly-wobbly smile. And a funny thing happened. When the tearful teddy bear smiled, the clouds got lighter and lighter and lighter, and the sun came out again, and as the very last raindrop plopped onto the cheerful teddy bear's head, all the little teddy bears sat down for a picnic in the sunflowers. Can you see the teddy bear? Is she crying anymore? No, she's going to have an amazing picnic with her friends. Emily Brown and Stanley, however, went outside to play in the rain, and they got very, very wet. But they look very, very happy. So that's the story of the sad little teddy bear and Emily Brown and Stanley. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time for another story. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye-bye.